One of the largest expenses facing homeowners each month is the monthly utility bills. Today, we will show you ways to take control of these costs and help keep your home heating bills manageable for your budget. What can you do to make your home more energy efficient? We will visit an energy efficient home, meet the experts, and see what the homeowner has done to reduce their utility bills. Electric vehicles, we commonly call golf carts, are coming into their own. Today, we go to Georgia to see how they are both convenient and fun. This is the show all about you, your space, and your home. We are Designing Spaces.
One of the largest expenses associated with running a household, keeping the inside temperatures comfortable. Utility bills can make up a large percentage of monthly household costs. One way to take control of these costs, higher efficiency HVAC systems. We're here today in Tallahassee, Florida, where this home is having a new high efficiency heating system installed. Now you may think, that's Florida, how cold can it get? But be assured, it gets cold here. Cold enough that the same heating principles apply here as they do in other parts of the country. So what makes a home heating system energy efficient? This is Daniel, an expert on home HVAC systems. Designing Spaces arranged that I meet up with him at this home and see a new Goodman heating system installed and learn how it more efficiently operates. So this is really great, but why would someone go through the trouble of replacing their existing gas furnace?
Well, with today's gas furnaces, they're a lot more efficient, better warranty, and more reliable, and be able to have two-speed operation instead of the old style single-speed operation.
Well, how do you know how efficient your gas furnace really is?
Gas furnaces have a rating called AFUE, the Annual Efficiency Utilization Rating. The higher the number, the more efficient the furnace is. The old furnaces back in the old days would be rated at 70%, where the most efficient system that Goodman has is rated at 98%.
How would I know where my gas furnace is in my house?
Well, a lot of homeowners don't even know they have a gas furnace. But this gas furnace is located underneath the house in the crawl space, or a furnace can be located in the closet, in the hallway, or up in the attic, or even in a garage.
In the attic or in the garage?
Absolutely.
Those two I never would have guessed. So would you be willing to show us the newest system that's being installed here today?
Absolutely, let's go take a look.
Let's do it.
So today we're installing a Goodman 97% modulating gas furnace.
So what makes it more efficient? Can it be tied to the fact that it can be variable speed?
It is. Variable speed has a lot to do with it, but this furnace is a modulating furnace, so it has multiple speeds. So for every dollar that you're paying to the gas company, you're going to get 97 cents of heat delivered to the home. Also, the Goodman heat exchanger is very special. It has a tubular technology, also has the best warranty. Comes with a 20-year lifetime warranty with a 10-year equipment replacement warranty to the original homeowner.
So the overall brain of the operation is the thermostat or the control system, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so could you tell us a little more about how the thermostat contributes to the overall efficiency of the system and how digital technology is making home management even easier?
Yeah, so with Goodman, they have the ComfortNet technology. So the ComfortNet is built into the thermostat. That thermostat is constantly communicating to the modulating furnace and to the 18-SEER air conditioner.
It's amazing how advances in technology have helped improve home heating and cooling. But before we go, I wanted to bring in the homeowners who so graciously allowed us into their home today. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. We're glad that you're here.
Thank you. So what made you guys decide to replace your existing gas furnace?
Well, the initial system that we had in the house, or the one we have now, was about 13 years old, so we knew it was going to have to be replaced at some point. We took the proactive approach and called Benson's Heating and Air, a local contractor here in town. They presented us with multiple options, and we thought the best fit for us was to go with a high-efficiency Goodman furnace system.
Comfort's also really important to us. We have a 1.5-year-old son, so it's important to maintain a consistently comfortable temperature year-round.
Yeah, so efficiency, comfort, and a cooler home, where could you go wrong?
For
Thank
sure.
you guys so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So Daniel, where can our viewers go to find the different models of Goodman gas furnaces?
Simple, just go to goodmanmfg.com.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us here today. And if you guys want to see this portion again, go to designingspaces.tv, click on the Goodman video. You'll find a link to their website. For Designing Spaces, I'm Creed Bolin.
This Think Green episode of Designing Spaces is brought to you by Goodman Heating and Air Conditioning.
You want to do home maintenance projects yourself, but you don't have the tools. Every home should have a basic toolbox. But what tools do you need to get started? Let's look at the basic set of tools you'll need to get your home maintenance and DIY projects underway. If you plan on DIY home maintenance and improvements, you will no doubt be using a hammer and a screwdriver. There are two types of screwdrivers, flatheads and Phillips head. As for a hammer, a lightweight tack hammer is enough for most around-the-house projects. If you're planning on doing some carpentry, you will need a claw hammer. Pliers come next, and like hammers, they come in a variety of sizes and shapes, depending on what they're supposed to be doing. For our toolbox, we have three types: your basic slip joint pliers, locking pliers, and needle nose pliers. Tape measure and ruler. You'll be surprised how often you'll need both. A utility knife will see a lot of action around the house. And a putty knife is a welcome addition for a number of weekend projects. Steel chisel, a 1/2-inch size, should do for most household applications. A little notepad and pencils. Mechanical pencils are best because they don't need to be sharpened. A small level will be indispensable when surfaces must be perfectly horizontal or vertical. And finally, the jack of all trades, duct tape. When purchasing tools, stick to name brands for an assurance of quality. They are dependable and will last a lifetime. There are other tools that can be added over time as you expand your DIY skills. You will be surprised how often you will find yourself reaching for the toolbox, knowing you can do it yourself.
A quick run to the neighbors a few blocks over. Drop the kids off at school. A trip to the local shopping center to take care of business. Electric vehicles we commonly call golf cars are coming into their own. They make for an ideal, quiet mode of transportation around the community. And you can forget about trips to the gas station.
Electric vehicles that are open air give people the opportunity to visit with neighbors, to really be a part of their community. We call them freedom vehicles.
Nick Moore, Senior Product Manager, is here to tell us more.
So a brief history of E-Z-Go. It was founded by two brothers in 1954 in a single-room machine shop. Their single goal was to build the best golf car that would best meet the needs of the customers in the industry.
With a long history of manufacturing, the golf car idea has broadened considerably beyond 18 holes.
From there, in 1960, E-Z-Go was acquired by Textron, which is a much larger company that owns brands like Cessna, Airplanes, Beechcraft, Bell Helicopter, Greenlee Tools, and many other companies across multiple industries.
E-Z-Go builds different types of vehicles for consumer applications.
Most people know E-Z-Go as a golf car manufacturer, and so we build things that look a lot like golf cars, like the vehicle I'm sitting in today. This is an E-Z-Go RXV Freedom, and this is the most technologically advanced golf car available on the market.
One aspect that makes this E-Z-Go unique is its AC technology.
Everything else that you can purchase is typically DC powered. The big advantage with AC is that it's 25% more efficient than DC. And so for people that drive electric vehicles, a lot of times their biggest concern is around range. So the AC technology gives them a significant advantage.
Another rather convenient feature is its brake.
With the RXV, it's got a park brake that's built into the motor, so you don't have to worry about any kind of mechanism built into the brake pedal. It will park and hold when the vehicle comes to a stop.
Some of the electric vehicles are built specifically for neighborhood and community use. Designing Spaces visited one community to see how owners typically use their vehicles.
We actually have an E-Z-Go golf cart. We've had it for about 9 years.
Meet the Greenway family. They use their golf car all the time for different purposes.
We use it for hunting, we use it for yard work, we use it for recreation, riding around the neighborhood, toting kids around, visiting friends. You name it, we probably use it for it.
The benefits of using electric vehicles in place of traditional automobiles include a reduction in carbon footprint, convenience for short drives and running errands, but that's not all.
Every so often we'll get in the golf cart, take our family, just have a good family night where we can just hang out. It's an open concept, you know, you feel the wind in your hair and you go around and feel good and visit the neighbors and visit with the other children in the neighborhood.
These are not the same vehicles you'd see on a golf course. These electric vehicles are created for personal use in neighborhoods and golf car-friendly communities. This is the E-Z-Go plant in Augusta, Georgia, named one of the top 10 manufacturing facilities in North America by Industry Week magazine in 2009. It's here the various models and styles of golf cars, utility and personal transportation vehicles are made.
Well, here we have about 750,000 square feet in 4 different buildings with 4 major assembly lines. We also have our own fabrication department. So that fabrication department builds the parts and the pieces that go into the assembly of the golf cars.
Plant manager Heather Meyer is here to tell us a little bit more about the golf cart manufacturing process.
So we have multiple stations on each assembly line, okay? And each one of these is through a conveyor belt in the floor that moves.
How efficient is the workflow here? Let's just say that building a golf car from the beginning to the end takes only about an hour.
We start with the chassis, which is the frame. So golf cars sit lower than regular cars, but we do call them cars here because they have a low center of gravity. They need to be able to adjust to the terrain. So we start with the chassis frame, and from that we start to add in, and we build kind of from the inside out. In this position, we're installing the wire harness bundles. This is what connects the electrical system in the vehicle. So in this position, we're doing the battery installation. So our models take anywhere from a 4 batteries to 6 batteries. So in this station, the car starts to look more like a car because we're installing the cowlings in the body, which the color is customized by the customer. So we're here on our 2.5 line, which is one of our street legal versions of the golf car, where we're taking the windshield and making a sub-assembly so that we can put that in the last stage with the canopy.
At the end of the day, golf cars are fun to drive because of the sense of freedom they provide.
I think it takes a lot of us back to our childhood and, you know, kind of the sense of riding a bike or riding a go-kart or something that was just open air. Probably the same reason a lot of people like to ride and drive in convertibles.
They're convenient, quiet, reduce your carbon footprint, and fun. How does someone obtain one of these E-Z-Go electric vehicles?
We have a series of independent dealers that are throughout the entire United States and throughout the world even. Where you can go and you can purchase new or used vehicles.
For more information, visit EasyGo.com. To see this portion of the show again, visit designingspaces.tv and click on the E-Z-Go video. You'll also find a link to their website. Energy efficiency is a major part of living a greener lifestyle. Creating an energy-efficient home not only reduces stress on the environment and the energy infrastructure, it helps you manage your energy and may lower your energy bill. Think Green visited this home in Maryland to talk with energy experts from Constellation. This is Christina Gregory.
The U.S. Department of Energy says it's important to not just look at your heating and cooling, but to take a whole house approach when you think about energy efficiency.
When thinking about your total energy bill, you should know your options for buying gas and electricity.
Half your energy cost goes to heating and cooling your home.
This is Brian Recor, and he's here to tell us a little bit more about the home's cooling and heating.
When you know it's time to upgrade your HVAC system, typically is when it's over 15 years old. What you want to do is you don't want to wait till the system breaks down. You want to be able to be ahead of that.
Today's modern high-efficiency heating and cooling systems with the latest technology use less energy to run, which in turn makes them less expensive to run.
So the best way to go about doing that is find a trusted company like Constellation Home that can help walk you through the different steps. Typically when we go to a homeowner's home, what we're looking for is we're trying to decide what system best matches their budget. So if there's no upgrades needed, there are simple projects homeowners can do.
Make sure your vents aren't blocked. Change your air filter. The harder your system has to work to move the air, the less efficient it will be, and the more it will cost for you to operate.
If they're a do-it-yourself type person, they can also install a programmable thermostat. Programmable thermostats typically will save you about $180 a year, and they're fairly simple to install. So you can actually set your temperatures based on your schedule.
The programmable thermostat will turn down when you're not at home. Customers look to Constellation for competitive energy rates to protect their budget and for suggestions on how to make their home more energy efficient. Christina Jenkins is here to tell us more.
Nowadays, people are looking for a trusted advisor, someone to help them understand what's going on in the energy markets. There's lots of changes, and obviously energy prices fluctuate. Shopping for electricity and natural gas is potentially a way that you can save money on your energy bill.
Other than the actual HVAC systems themselves, there are other factors that affect the energy required to cool or heat a home.
You can look at your equipment and make sure that it's working properly. Look at your insulation and make sure that you have enough of it. Seal your house and check your thermostat. So when you take this whole house approach, you can save approximately 30% on your energy bill.
R value is a number used to measure the effectiveness of insulation and resist heat flow.
A company like Constellation Home will actually come in and actually check the R value.
The higher the number, the more effective the insulation. Talk to an expert to find out what type and amount of insulation your home needs.
One of the places you really want to concentrate on would be your attic. If your attic insulation, if you don't have enough attic insulation, your air conditioning system is going to work harder than it needs to.
However, you don't want the house to be sealed too tight. There still should be a recommended amount of air exchange.
For a healthy indoor air quality, fresh air can be brought in through controlled ventilation.
We've now looked at several ways to potentially reduce your energy bill. Now we can look to the other high energy user in the home, such as hot water heaters. This is Constellation Chief Marketing Officer Bruce Stewart.
One, you can look at the age itself. And if you've got something that's around 10 years old, you might want to assess the opportunity to look at an upgraded version from a hot water heater as well. And there's rebates out there that can help you afford these things, which are really important.
If you have natural gas, there are two types of efficient water heaters: tankless water heaters and condensing water heaters. It's important to maintain your system, especially when upgrading to more efficient systems and while maintaining the life of your existing ones.
HVAC maintenance is important because you should get an annual checkup on all your systems. When your systems are working effectively, it saves energy for your home.
We'll make sure that the system's operating at its peak efficiency by ensuring that the system's clean and actually operating safely. We'll also check the refrigerant charge on the system and also clean the coils. A lot of times your outdoor coil will have dust and pollen. They'll need to be cleaned annually.
With a typical maintenance plan, you don't have to worry about unexpected repairs to your heating and cooling system and water heater. In many states in the country, you have the option to shop for competitive energy rates, where independent suppliers like Constellation provide competitive rates and make budgeting simple.
Shopping for both electricity and natural gas is an easy way to potentially save money on your energy bill.
So in some states, customers can actually choose who supplies their electricity and natural gas, other than the local utility. Your local utility will still continue to maintain the wires and pipes and deliver your electricity and your natural gas today.
This is a great way to lock in a fixed rate and not worry about a fluctuating supply rate. It makes it much easier to anticipate and budget for your monthly energy bill.
You can go online and you can actually compare both electric and natural gas plans, or you can visit Constellation.com and compare rates in your area.
Visit designingspaces.tv to see this portion of the show again. You'll also find a link to the Constellation.com website.
Making a space you can call home. Living the lifestyle you desire. It's what we are all about. We are Designing Spaces.
For more information about anything you've seen on today's show or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/dspacestv. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.